What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Brinks. And as you guys can see, yep, I washed my hair. It's no longer straight. I am about to brush it and put it in a ponytail stuff right now. Like, my curls are so freaking tight, y'all. Look at how tight my hair is. It smells so good, though. Anyways, you guys, so I am gonna go ahead and put my ponytail in and what for real? I am gonna go ahead and put my ponytail in. We're gonna cue the intro and then we're gonna get started about what this video is about. And let's get into it. Alright guys, this hair is in a ponytail. Locked in. So today we are going to do braised short ribs and mashed cauliflower. Like I told you guys in the last video, I bought it frozen. Frozen cauliflower. This one has cheddar and bacon with it, which is a plus. So it's kind of like loaded mashed potatoes, but with cauliflower. And since it's just me, like I really don't need like a huge thing of it. Just pop that bad boy in the oven and then let it cook. So I have my braised short ribs in the oven. Not in the oven, I'm tripping y'all. In the sink. They were unthawing all night. So literally all I have to do is wash them and cook them. I just realized, y'all, I don't have any more cooking pans. I should have went to the store earlier. I really should have went to the store earlier because I don't have no garlic either. And y'all know I love cooking with garlic.
Bruh.
Oh my gosh. It'll be alright. I'll make it work. Alright guys, I'm back. So I had to make sure that I had beef broth and some tomato paste, which I did have leftover from the last time. So for the to season the ribs, all you're literally going to need is like salt and pepper and olive oil. So you cook them on top of the stove first. Well, at least I do, because you have to brown them, and then the rest and remaining cooking is done in the oven. So I am just going to get my olive oil out. And I do season with a little bit more than salt and pepper. You guys know how I am. So go ahead and get that olive oil in there and get it warming up. And while it's doing that, I'm going to throw all my seasonings in there. So we have some onion powder. And a good thing about this cooking in a pot before you throw it in the oven is that it cooks in all the seasoning. So like it's really flavorful, which is always a plus. And I don't have any garlic, you guys. So my roasted garlic and herb and garlic powder are going to have to do. I know it's not the same, but I'm pretty sure it will work out just fine. We're gonna do pepper, which is almost gone. I do use a little bit of steak and chop. It's just good on anything beef for real, period. Beef or pork for real. And then last but not least, where is it? seasoned meat tenderizer that just helps to aid the meat in its salting and tenderizing process. And then once that's done, I am going to, I need some coffee. Like, I'm so sleepy, y'all. Alrighty, so I want to clean these beef tips real quick, aka country style ribs. Alright, so I'm going to let that sit for about 5 minutes just to get cleaned. And then I'll be back and we'll be throwing it in our pot. So, be right back, guys. Alright, guys, so it's been about 5 minutes. Now we're going to go ahead and rinse them off and put them in the pot. I usually eat like 2 pieces per meal. I have been doing like a lot of meal prepping when I cook now, which is a huge plus for me anyways. And I'm just going to go ahead and wash my hands. So like I was saying, you guys, I have been doing like a lot of meal prepping when I cook now. So once this is done, I just store it in the refrigerator, like in containers and stuff. And it actually condenses like a lot of space in the refrigerator rather than having like very large pans and stuff in there and taking up space. So it's been really, really effective. So now I'm just going to add some more seasoning on top, especially the meat tenderizer, because you want your ribs to be as tender as possible. You don't want tough ribs. And then we're gonna throw some more garlic and herb in there, some more pepper, some more garlic powder, and we can do some more onion powder. And to cook these, I'm actually going to leave them on, but I'm going to put a top on them. That way the heat flows evenly within the pot. I don't know what's going on with me today, you guys. I feel like I'm so winded for some weird reason. But anyways. And this is what it's looking like. So I have that on. It's cooking. We're going to let it cook for about 30 minutes or so, making sure to come in here and turn it, and then we're going to go ahead and go to the next step and then swap it in the oven. So part 1 in full effect. It's cooking. And so, yep, I'll be back. All right, guys, so we are back. The meat is done. It looks delicious. It tastes delicious. Best idea, try a piece. So this is our meat browns on both sides. I did kind of burn up the bottom of my first pot. So I had to switch pots out. And then I just kind of put the grease from the first pot in this one. We are going to go ahead and get the oven ready to cook the cauliflower, the mashed cauliflower, so we can get that going. And while that's doing that, we are going to go ahead and make our base. Let me just see what I'm supposed to put this on. 425. So cut 2 slits in it, put it at 425 on like a pizza pan. Take this out. That's literally going to last me like 2 to 3 days, y'all. I don't know. I might add some broccoli or something. I don't know. So I buy my frozen onions. I'm going to go ahead and turn this heat back on. Alright. So I turn my heat back on. And we're going to do half of this bag of onions. I'm just going to mix it in and let them saute themselves. Up this oven to 425. That's about half of the bag. And I can save the rest of it for a future dinner. Turn it up a little bit. And these are supposed to be sauteed with the garlic, but of course you guys know, since I did not have the garlic, we're going to use our garlic seasonings as a substitute. I'm hoping that this turns out just fine though. So some garlic powder and some garlic and herb. And then let those kind of cook. Who is playing that music? That's horrible. Alright guys, so this is what it's looking like. I am just going to saute this up for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I will be back. Alright guys, so the onions are good. The onions are good and sauteed. This is like awkward using my left hand because I don't use my left hand. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our beef broth. And we're going to add our tomato paste. Hold on, guys. I'm going to have to take it out. Just use all of it in here. And what it does is it makes a sauce and it thickens up the beef broth. So, adding our tomato paste. The recipe doesn't call for adding the whole can, but I add the whole can. The sauce is so bomb. Okay, so I add the whole can in there, and what you're doing is you are mixing in the tomato paste with the beef broth, so that it becomes more of a liquidy type texture. And as you guys can see, it is thickening up that beef broth. So you just keep stirring it in. Keep stirring it in. And it's only super thick like this because I used the whole can. So I did preserve some of the beef broth. I'm gonna go ahead and pour the rest of this can in here. Perfect. And just keep mixing it in. I'm gonna turn the fire up a little bit so I can get this paste down a little bit faster. Alrighty guys, so I got that coming to a boil. Next thing you want to do is incorporate your red wine vinegar. It's supposed to be half a cup. I do not measure. I just kind of swish it in there. And then the last thing that we're adding is our Worcestershire sauce. And that's also supposed to be half a cup. And I think that's good enough. And then you're just going to stir all these ingredients together. And this is going to be the sauce for your ribs. Let's get this to come to a boil. And as you guys can see, like that garlic and herb seasoning worked out pretty well because it looks like little pieces of garlic in here without me even purchasing the garlic that I'm missing. So it turned out pretty perfect and the taste is pretty good. That's delicious. That is so bomb. Alright guys, so now that that's done, what we're going to do is we are going to start putting our rib tips back into the sauce. And they are just going to marinate in this sauce. I just going to marinate in the sauce. I'm just making sure they're completely covered. I'm going to turn the fire down to simmer. And then the last thing we are going to do is we are going to top these off with some fresh thyme. Ow. I'll be right back, you guys. This is not open. Guys, so we got our fresh thyme leaves open, and we're just going to throw some of these at the top of our sauce to top it off. I don't know why this is coming out so slow, but it's coming out super slow. That's enough. And then we're gonna put the top back on.
Bruh.
Wrong top. That was such an epic fail, y'all. Oh my god. Riri. So we're not gonna put the top. Like, what is going on with me today, y'all? Alright, I think this is the top.
Bruh.
That's not the top either. I don't know, y'all. I don't think I have a top for this one. Like, I am clearly tripping. I'm gonna put it on this non-matching top on top of this. So I'm just gonna put this on top and let it simmer, you guys, and then finish letting our cauliflower cook, and I'll be back. All right, guys, so I am about to eat. This is the product. It's the cauliflower. Those are my rib tips. I'm gonna go ahead and package all of these up and chow down. So I'm just gonna go ahead and meal prep all of these, and I will be back to show you guys them all packed up, and we'll end the video. All right, guys, so I have 3 of these packed up, and the other 2 are in the refrigerator, but this is pretty much how I packed them up. Each of these have 2 pieces of meat, and then I have some of the cauliflower mash over here. As you guys can see, there was not a lot of cauliflower mash. Like, it was barely enough to fill this up and to give me some left over for my plate for today. So I think what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to make like some green beans and add it to the other side to kind of make it more filling for my meal prep. So that is going to be the end of this video, you guys. I already ate my plate. It was delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye, guys.